Hello, this is Nick Kapp, and this is your Microbial Lab Minute. Janar is on the video. What we're going to do today is going to show you a little bit of what's going on with lab number 7 and lab number 8. Number 7 is looking at the effects of oxygen, okay? We are using a substance called thiogloxylate, and what's really interesting on this thiogloxylate, that's this structure right in here. This is what we call a stab. Is that actually absorb oxygen. So you're going to have a gradient of oxygen, high oxygen on top and low oxygen to the bottom. And this gives you an idea of kind of where your microorganism is going to be. You and your groups of 4 are going to inoculate 4 bacteria. So you'll need some flame. I'm going to get some flame going on here.
You can do it. You're so close. I feel it.
There is no...
There it is.
All right, so there you have it. Again, I've got to adjust my flame because it's got that nice little hot spot. And so I'm going to heat up my loop, get it all hot. I then slowly let it cool as I'm going down. I'm going to get my sample. I then flame the top, get my sample. If you notice, I got a nice little bit in there, so a nice little drop full. Loop my sample.
That was a little blurry, but it's okay.
Again, a little blurry, you got it. And then what I do is I just do a stab. Go down and go up. That's all you need to do. That's called a stab. And then you're going to do that 4 different times to get 4 different bacteria in your groups of 4. Secondly, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the effects. After this, we're going to do an anaerobic jar. And so what you're going to do is you're going to have a plate, and you're going to separate it up into 4 quadrants. Those 4 quadrants look a lot like this. And then what you want to do is, again, go ahead and flame your loop. Get it all red hot all at once. You just go slowly. You don't need to wave it, things like that. And you get your culture. Go ahead and get your culture. Try not to touch the sides of your culture. Again, as always, when I'm going through liquid culture, I want to make sure that I have a little drop on there, although that's not necessary. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and take a look at this. I'm going to do a little streak in one of my quadrants. Make sure I don't go over the quadrant. And that's it. That's what we're going to do. You're going to make a quadrant of those organisms, and then you're going to put them in the anaerobic jar. You'd put your samples in there, and then this is what the anaerobic jar would look like a little bit later. Yay! In lab number 8, we're looking at the effects of temperature. You're going to have a demo. We'll have several plates out. One that has just plain dirt on it, one that will have dirt that's been autoclaved, and another one that will have dirt that's been heat treated overnight. And we'll see what the growth is of those. That is a demonstration. What we're going to do, that's going to be looking at the effects of dry heat and also the effects of wet heat. We're also going to look at the effects of temperature. And so what you're going to do is you're going to have a tube. And then what you're going to do with that tube is you're going to put it in a water bath, expose it to different temperatures, elevated temperatures. And then what you're going to do is have, again, another quadrant plate. And you're going to label that quadrant plate through the magic. You're going to label it time 0, 5, 10, 20 minutes. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your 0 time, you're going to take a loop, streak it out in that quadrant. You're going to let your culture sit at temperature for 5 minutes. You're then going to take a sample, and then you're going to streak out that loop, and then you'll do it till it's 10 minutes, and then you'll do it till it's 20 minutes. All right, if you have any questions, I'll be walking around the lab looking for you. This is Nick Kapp, and your Microbial Minute is over.